Fox 6 News. First Alert Weather Extra starts now.
Well, we made it to Labor Day weekend. Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt, welcome to First Alert Weather Extra. We do have some wet weather out there. If you joined Jill earlier today, last night, we were talking about those pop-up storms increasing in coverage. Well, here you go. A little bit of rain out there could impact some of those high school games happening around the area. Let's go to radar. We'll show you what's happening here on First Alert AccuTrack, and you can see some of those pop-ups in areas to the north and west, north to Hamilton, moving to the north and weakening. A little bit of rain that happened there, but these isolated showers have been around this afternoon. Looks like they're starting to thin out a little bit. Greene County, we had some big storms here around Utah. Moving to the north, some heavy rain still happening there around Union and the Clinton area, but you can tell this has weakened a bit, but still some of this is going to hold together. Could reach us Aliceville, Carrollton. First alert for some wet weather. Again, some of the games could be impacted tonight. There was a little shower popped up, actually, well, I'll say a little shower. It was a downpour right there near Jemison, and then it poured for a minute, and then the rain, it dissipated. We're quiet right now in Shelby County. Another concert tonight out at Oak Mountain Amphitheater, the Doobie Brothers. So for folks heading out there tonight, right now at least, it looks like all dry at the moment. But just keep an eye out, and there's still a window here where I think we could get a little bit of rain going into tonight, even past sunset time. We have the mugginess is back. We have a lot of boundaries out there, a lot of things going on that could sustain that chance for a pop-up shower at least through 10, 11 o'clock tonight. One area I'm watching is back into Georgia. We've seen some showers and storms, and there's a chance this is all tracking to the west. Some of this may reach us in Randolph, Cleburne, Cherokee County. So just watch out on that weather app tonight. Check it. Make sure there's no lightning or showers nearby, because we could have a couple of those pop-ups. As we back the view out, you can see what I'm talking about. See how we have this axis of unsettled weather that's to the east of us, that's kind of backing in across the region. And then also notice we have a lot of moisture back to the west that's moving from the west direction, moving to the east. And all of this is just kind of converging right in here across Alabama for the weekend. A lot of moisture. There's going to be scattered storms. The one ingredient that's going to set things off, the heating of the day. And as those temperatures rise into the 80s, those downpours are going to start firing up. One thing, though, you look at this map and you look at a lot of this rain, you don't really see anything that's just racing across the region. That's one thing we've got to watch out for this weekend. Slow movers, and some of these pop-up showers and storms moving very slow could produce some localized flooding. So stay weather alert for that for this weekend. But you can clearly tell where we have the muggy air, and we've got this region right across the southeast where we got a lot of wet weathers happening. We've been dealing with a lot of rain back into Texas. There's been some flooding happening back in here, and now that tropical connection is starting to kind of impact us here across the state of Alabama. Check this out. Severe thunderstorm watches. You look at that, a lot of severe weather not far from Las Vegas there, just south of the Great Basin back into the southwestern U.S. Some storms in the upper Midwest around Minneapolis, tracking to the south. Things pretty quiet in the northeast. Some stormy weather into Florida. We've got a story coming up on the Artemis launch. We're going to check in on that. Hopefully the weather cooperates with the launch over the weekend. And by the way, the first hurricane of the 2022 season developed today way out in the Atlantic. We've been talking, it seems like, for months and weeks about we could see Danielle. Well, here's Danielle. That system formed today. It's way out here over the Atlantic. And when I say way out in the Atlantic, well, Nova Scotia is way back in here. There's Boston, there's Massachusetts, Washington. So you kind of get the picture. This is nowhere close to the East Coast, and that's going to be moving off to the north. Just some maritime interest there. The wind's at 75 with this, so it's a Cat 1 hurricane at this point. But still keeping our eye on a trio of systems out here over the Atlantic. We have that Invest 91 that's moving to the north, and models still kind of turn that system back to the north and northeast direction. Still no real concern of this making it into the Gulf of Mexico at this point. So at least at this time, no concerns for any major tropical systems, although we're going to have plenty of wet weather. And typically around here, when you get into the fall and you get into September, we start to trend drier. I've said this before, October is typically our driest month of the year on average. A lot of times we get rainy setups this time of the year. It's because of tropical systems. When we do deal with a lot of rain and very heavy rain and active weather in the month of September. But this is kind of a unique setup that we have. Scattered storms likely, unsettled weather throughout the weekend, right on into next week. And with this kind of pattern in place across the southeast region in general, it wouldn't be too favorable for tropical development. So that's one good thing. But we need to watch out for some of that wet weather. Again, heavy rain and the possibility of some lightning as we go into this weekend. And here it is, the Labor Day weekend. Again, temperatures in the 80s and wow, 60-70% chance of rain. Look, it won't rain steadily all the time. Get out there in the morning. You want to do some grilling on Labor Day. Try to get out there before lunchtime, get the grill fired up, get it up to the right temperature, and then watch out in the afternoon. Could be some scattered showers and thunderstorms showing up there later on in the day. But lots of college football this weekend, and we're going to be checking on those college football forecasts coming up as we kick it off in Tuscaloosa, Auburn, and all around the state and the country. In fact, coming up, we're going to be telling you more about that Artemis, the second launch attempt. Hopefully that happens. We're going to take you to the Cook Museum with meteorologist Fred Hunter, and we're going beyond the 7-day forecast with meteorologist Jill Gilardi as we continue here on First Alert Weather Extra.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
And being another set of eyes looking out for your kids and your family.
Getting to the bottom of health and billing issues that may be hidden in the fine print.
How events nationwide are affecting you here at home.
WBRC Fox 6 is always here on your side, ready to help. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
These are your mornings, and Good Day Alabama is built to start them right. The only station staying local on all platforms all morning long. In your community, giving you a deeper perspective with the largest team dedicated to you. Showing new stories from overnight, helping you get through your day. With First Alert weather and traffic, getting to the point, not wasting your time. These are your mornings. Prepare for a good day. Prepare with Good Day Alabama.
When moments turn severe, how do you find clarity?
This is your First Alert from the WBRC Fox 6 weather team. We're with you as we prepare for this threat.
In a season of constant change, when you need to know first, when you need to prepare, only one team gives you the First Alert wherever you are. A trusted team staying ahead of what's next in your neighborhood. Stay alert. Stay with the First Alert weather team. Live, new, and on your side, beginning at 9 p.m. In a day filled with clutter and noise, WBRC Fox 6 News breaks down what you need to know before anyone else. With new updates, live and on the scene, answers for your money and your livelihood, with 6 on Your Side investigates. And your First Alert for the hours and days ahead with the WBRC First Alert weather team. On your favorite platforms every night. WBRC Fox 6 News at 9 and 10. On your side.
Well, welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm First Alert meteorologist Jill Gilardi, and this next story is really cool. The Cook Museum of Natural Science, which is up in Decatur, has been named the top new museum in America. And the scope of the museum covers the entire natural world. Fred Hunter takes us for a tour in tonight's Absolutely Alabama Weather Extra.
Welcome to another Absolutely Alabama Weather Extra. And you know what? This week we're going to expand our scope a little bit to include something we call Earth. Here at the Cook Museum of Natural Science, we talked about this special part of the museum with director Scott Mayo.
From where the Earth is located, its position in the solar system, its magnetic field that allows life to exist and keeps the solar rays from just burning this all up, how far the moon is away from the Earth, all those things are just right to support life. Once you've done that, how weather can impact that, each of these biomes, it impacts them differently. Our world famous sand table, it's filled with kinetic sand, and it's got a great program, and you build different biomes and they react naturally and the kids get to play with it, but you can cause it to rain on the sand table via the program, and in the desert it'll rain and dry up right away. In the Pacific Northwest, it'll make, when you're looking at that biome, it'll make a river. So yeah, we're teaching about the whole scope of this to where people appreciate not just life, but the world as it exists that supports that life. Our Arctic Desert exhibit, which is juxtaposed right next to each other, actually it's in the same room, one's on one side, one's on the other, and you think Arctic and desert, aren't those opposites? Actually they're not. They're opposites in temperature, but they're the same in the amount of precipitation. There's very little in both. And we spend a lot of time, how do these animals deal with that lack of precipitation and the cold temperatures? How do these animals deal with the lack of precipitation and the extreme hot temperatures? And it is amazing to get all that in one room, and you go, it is incredible how these animals are able to survive in these environments.
The Cook Museum of Natural Science in Decatur, it is a place to explore not only the country, the world outside your door, but the earth as well. And it is absolutely Alabama.
I need to go. I mean, that's going to be on my things to do list. Maybe not this weekend, but certainly planned for another weekend. Well, we were talking about the second Artemis launch attempt is still a go right now for tomorrow. Here's more regarding that. Guess we had an issue with that package, unfortunately, but it still looks like they're going to try and give it a go. Now, of course, they will assess weather conditions at that time, make sure nothing is acting up. So we'll see if that ends up happening, but that space launch to the moon should be a pretty cool thing if they actually get to do it. So again, we're going to be talking about that, but we have coming up in the next segment, we're going to be discussing, of course, beyond the 7-day, but we have a lot happening this Labor Day weekend, so stay tuned for much more on that. And of course, we have Mickey's Weather Kid. That's coming up as well. We'll be having much more.
West Shore Home is America's leader in shower and bath remodeling. And today I'm joined by Kirsten from West Shore to talk remodeling and why you should consider starting your project now.
So Joe, we know how stressful it is to get a new bath or shower installed. So at West Shore Home, we make it fast, easy, and now even more affordable to get your shower or bath project.
Well, we know how you're making the projects fast and easy with the one-day installation, but how are you making things more affordable when the price of everything else seems to be going up these days?
So we know that we've had a rough few months with gas prices higher than normal and monthly budgets getting tighter. That's why we want to help everyone out. Right now, for anyone who calls in, we'll do free installation on all shower and bath projects. And on top of that, you can save your money and put it towards other bills because we're doing 18 months of no payment and no interest financing. That means you don't have to make your first payment until 18 months after your installation is complete.
So with that financing plan, people can stay flexible with their money while getting the shower bath they need now. That's super helpful.
It really is. We know that this is a busy time of the year for people, so you really should leave the stress of remodeling a bath or a shower to the experts. With our 18 months, no payments, no interest financing plan, that combined with our one-day installations, West Shore Home really is the best solution for your bath or shower remodeling.
Now, Kirsten, for somebody interested in starting their project now, what would be their first step?
So give us a call and we'll schedule an appointment at a time that's convenient for you. You'll see hundreds of customizable options that will bring new life to your bathroom. At the end of that appointment, we'll give you an exact price that's down to the penny, good for an entire year.
Wow, so even if you're not ready to get that shower project started now, you can lock in that price and not have to worry about any price increases for a full year.
Absolutely.
Wow, Kirsten, thanks so much. Folks, call West Shore Home now and take advantage of their Labor Day sale. It's free installation on all shower and bath projects, plus 18 months of no payments and no interest financing. Call West Shore Home now.
All right, welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. Looking at the radar, we have some wet weather back into parts of West Alabama. You can see those scattered showers tracking to the north. We did have some lightning around Utah. Things pretty quiet around Birmingham, Shelby County, into Chilton County, cooperating nicely as we get closer to kickoff here at 7 o'clock. You can see East Alabama, things looking pretty good, but there's been some showers back into parts of Georgia. I've been keeping a watch on. Some of that can make its way into far East Alabama. You can see south of Tuscaloosa, some of those clouds from that wet weather pushing through parts of Greene County, but we're getting ready. It's a big weekend here in Tuscaloosa. We got college football. If you're traveling to T-Town, traveling to Lee County, going to watch Auburn there, be ready for that possibility of some of those summertime storms and showers during the day tomorrow. All dry in Birmingham right now. Again, things pretty quiet in most areas. 85, dew points up to 71. It was in the 60s a couple days ago, so the mugginess has certainly ramped up as we talked about, and you can see the sky. It's looked rather ominous at times, like we may have a lot more rain on radar, but you check out the weather app and you don't see quite as much rain showing up at the moment. But we're looking south here of Talladega, East Alabama. You can see 84 degrees there at Oak Grove, and at the moment we are dry, but those rain showers very localized to some of those areas. Again, I mentioned around parts of Pickens and over in towards Greene County, but most locations we're looking pretty good right now. The next 24 hours, though, model data is still telling us watch out tonight just in case. Could be 1 or 2 downpours. Last Friday night, most games were okay, and I heard from a couple of viewers out there said, Wes, we were at that Vestavia game and absolutely poured. So watch out. There could be a couple of games tonight where we have some rain. Looking at tomorrow in the morning, starting off with some morning low clouds. This is your time to get out there and tackle some outdoor projects because all bets are off around 11 a.m., 12 o'clock. It's so hot and humid, and the setup is very favorable for scattered thunderstorms and showers, and that will also be the case around Tuscaloosa. So you can see there the model data. Actually, I have a couple of models here, a couple of our high-resolution runs, and they're really kind of focused in. You can see the area initially where we could see quite a bit of that development there into the afternoon and during tailgating. But, you know, the one good thing, get a little bit of rain earlier, drops that temperature, so that helps to stabilize things a bit going into the evening. So there's a chance that we could see a lot of this start to really thin out based on how much rain we see in the afternoon. It could really start to thin out just in time for kickoff of the big games tomorrow night. There's 11 o'clock tomorrow night, and it certainly doesn't look quite as busy there on the radar map. But just be prepared in case it's one of those setups where, you know, there's a chance we could get through it without a drop of rain, but there's a chance we could have a lightning delay or a storm delay. So watch it there around Tuscaloosa and Northport. Make sure you have the First Alert weather app. If anything pops up, we'll let you know. We'll send those updates out. You'll get those alerts on your mobile device. It'll say, hey, you've got rain within so many miles of where you are, and that works anywhere, by the way. So if you are traveling down to the coast, if you're watching us from outside of Alabama, you can download that weather app and get those updates. Auburn football tomorrow, kickoff at 6 o'clock. Again, we're talking a chance for a shower or two at Auburn. I was looking at some of the high-resolution data. It looks like the better chance for pop-ups comes a bit later in the day as compared to the western part of the state. It looked like maybe around 5 or 6 we could see a better chance there around Opelika and in towards the Auburn area. So watch out there for some wet weather. There will be some breaks at times. And then as we look again in the tropics, I was telling you about the 3 systems that are out here over the open waters of the Atlantic. No concern to us, but the ships traveling and interest with respect to out over the open ocean, they'll be keeping a close watch on Danielle, that hurricane over the northern Atlantic. That's going to move north. We'll watch the Invest 91L. If that develops over the weekend, if you get an alert, Tropical Storm Earl has formed. That's likely what we'll be talking about, that system becoming a tropical storm moving to the north, but expecting that to move away from the Gulf of Mexico. There's the First Alert 7-day forecast, and for Labor Day weekend, it's not a total washout, but those rain chances stay very elevated right on through the weekend. And I know it seems like the past couple of weekends we've been talking about those higher rain chances, Jill, scattered showers and thunderstorms, and just as it dries out, those higher rain chances come right back.
Yeah, it doesn't last long, and I unfortunately beyond the 7-day I don't see any nice refreshing air as of right now. Now what could become Earl? It could be making its way beyond the 7-day around the 10th all the way up towards, say, Nova Scotia, so that the GFS model picking up on what could be a tropical system, which would be the one we're watching north of the Lesser Antilles. What it's also indicating is a southerly flow across the southeast. So yeah, that wet pattern could be persisting beyond the 7-day. There's 9/11, and then we get into the 12th, the 13th. Again, I'm still seeing that kind of circulation, that flow across the southeast for unsettled conditions. I'm not seeing anything else in terms of tropical development as we take a look at that one particular model. Now, with that flow expected to continue to come up from the south, all that tropical moisture, we have that possibility of above average precipitation, day 8 to 14 out. Again, it's not extreme, but it's certainly hinting in that direction. And then in terms of temperatures, looking like we could be above average or at least close to it. Really, the East Coast looks to be heating up. that can be kind of concerning this time of year because if you get hot weather, you get the jet stream, they could have some severe weather bouts. But again, for us, we're just maybe see those temperatures trending a little bit above average. And again, it may be just a couple degrees if that happens. Now, looking beyond the 7-day at the muggy meter, I always, open this up and hope that we're going to see some dry fall, refreshing air. But as I just let this play out, no stopping points because really no change. Those dew points, for the most part, stay in the tropical range. We're going to have Mickey's Weather Kit coming up after the break.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
These are your mornings, and Good Day Alabama is built to start them right. The only station staying local on all platforms all morning long. Prepare for a good day. Prepare with Good Day Alabama.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
How events nationwide are affecting you here at home.
WBRC Fox 6 is always here on your side, ready to help. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
In a season of constant change, when you need to know first, when you need to prepare, only one team gives you the first alert. A trusted team staying ahead of what's next in your neighborhood. Stay alert. Stay with the First Alert Weather Team.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
Being another set of eyes, looking out for your kids and your family.
This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
Live, new, and on your side. Beginning at 9 p.m., WBRC Fox 6 News breaks down what you need to know before anyone else on your favorite platforms every night. WBRC Fox 6 News at 9 and 10. On your side.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
How will the weather impact your roads? The First Alert Weather app has live traffic updates and road conditions for a safer commute. This is why we First Alert.
WBRC Fox 6 News. On your side.
All right, getting a little short on time. By the way, I know we mentioned Mickey's Weather Kit. You can find that on our website at WBRC.com. I want to get you quickly back to that 7-day forecast, and you can see a live look. First off, well, I mentioned live, but this just coming in from Orange Beach, Alabama, and I wanted to give a big shout out to Ashley Little for sharing this. We've been talking all week about showers and storms along the Gulf Coast this weekend, so enjoy it. All the folks that traveled down for the Labor Day weekend look like catching a little bit of a break there down along Alabama's Gulf Coast, but watch out for more showers and storms all across the state, from the coast to the Tennessee Valley. We're going to be tracking those afternoon storms. That's why we have the first alert for unsettled weather this weekend. Now, just because we have this, we're not necessarily saying it's going to be a major severe weather setup, but just to note some impactful weather that you can expect. There could be some heavy downpours, some intense lightning, so watch out for that with some of those storms that develop here over the next few days. Temperature-wise, you can see lots of 80s, overnight lows close to 70. That unsettled weather into next week. Tuesday's the day where I think we could see those rain chances a little bit lower, and then they start to ramp up again there. It looks like around Thursday and next Friday. But we're going to have more tonight. I also want to encourage you to check in tomorrow morning. I believe Matt's going to be in on our Saturday morning show. We get the new high resolution data. Those update frequently, but that gives us, as we get closer to the times of interest over the weekend, gives us a much better idea of where some of those pop-up storms and showers can happen. So I'll have more specifics tonight, 9, 9:30, and 10, and then again tomorrow morning as we get ready for a big day of college football tomorrow. Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt, thanks for joining us, and see you back here tonight on WBRC Fox 6 News. Of course, Sideline coming up tonight at 10:30.